Namaskar.
Hello everyone. We feel so very blessed to begin the new year in the divine presence of our beloved Master, Shri Tarneiv Ji.
Over the years, in different parts of the world, some of us have been blessed to witness miraculous experiences with him.
I remember a few years ago, after a 24-hour chanting session held at Bangalore, India, in the presence of a few of us, I was pressing his feet. I saw him literally in the prostrate form of Lord Vishnu lying down on his Sheshnagji, with his four hands, one holding a lotus, the other the Sudarshan Chakra, one of them held out to bless all of us, and the fourth one holding a shank. And in my unconcealed state of excitement, I was shouting out the name Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnu to the others. But strangely, nobody could sort of see him in that state. And this experience continued for, I think, a good 20 odd minutes.
Yeah, more than that actually. Yeah.
And then everything came back to normalcy. And he asked one question, कि पारे कैसा लगा? And likewise, so many of us across the world have been blessed with miraculous experiences, occurrences with the grace of a beloved Master, Shri Tarneiv Ji.
For instance, Kesar appearing out of nowhere on his forehead, in his palms, on his feet. Sometimes he has gotten Kesar in his palm and gifted it to Sangat as a blessing.
In fact, grains of kesar being given by him at times have been consumed on a daily basis, like a grain a day, and is still not over.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to get
Khatam
over.
hi nahi hota. It's
Such
just,
is his generosity and
Yeah.
grace.
Yeah. Like Morpank appearing out of nowhere, and many of us has received this blessing of a Morpank by him. So similarly, Chandan Tika appearing on his forehead. Many of us have seen it, and it is something really miraculous. Means I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. Was like an animated movie. The tika appeared on his forehead out of nowhere, and it was a beautiful sight to watch.
It was almost as if the Chandan was desperately trying to anoint our beloved Master's forehead.
Yeah, even Keshar tikas have appeared. Yes, such is grace.
Feeling so very blessed to share everyone's experiences here with you. We were in Goa, and just outside of the place, there was this whole beehive, and the bees have sort of escaped the beehive, and they were pressing themselves hard in the room that he was occupying. And it was a sort of worrisome state for all of us, because we thought, makhiyan hai, madhu ki makhiyan hai, kaat sakti hain. And the same thing happened then at another place in Delhi where he was staying. So, bees have always tended to follow him wherever he went, like a whole bunch of them. And she recalls that while this happened, honey started pouring out of his feet.
Even many other practitioners also. Means this bees thing happened in India, but the honey was being experienced in Canada when he was back. Yeah. A few of the practitioners felt the honey coming out of his hand, his feet, and it's quite miraculous.
So this is the insect family, and I remember a baby foe, like a deer का जो बच्चा होता है, इनके कुछ meditative hours होते थे, इनका एक residence था in the midst of a lot of greenery. It was fairly long that the baby foe was standing there, and he would just come out of his meditation, and he would be sort of delighted. He would move his little tail, and he would quiver his body, shake himself up, and then go back into the forest. So the animal kingdom recognizes him so well. Even the peacocks. I mean, I remember wherever he goes around, traveling within India when he's visiting us. Uh, there is a lot of avaz of the peacock. They're making their sounds, and connected to the peacock is a very beautiful story. One person in the Sangat observed, seen literally a moorpunk coming out of his foot, really actually pluck it out.
Some of them has seen appear it out of nowhere, and experiences like a tika appearing on his forehead. Most of us have seen this at different timelines, including me. One of the Sangat had shared their experience about 108 beads Rudraksh Mala appearing on his neck.
And at the same time, he also observed that his hair had become thick, mat-like, different kind of texture, जैसे जटा होती है ना शिव जी की, वैसा कुछ, और उसके अंदर से ऐसे पानी निकलने लगे.
It was drenched in water. Yeah.
And in the course of time, the water disappeared, his hair became normal, everything came down to normalcy, but Rudraksh Mala stayed on.
Yeah.
So this trip have been very mystical. For instance, post his meditation on the 31st, which also happened to be Bhagavad Ekadashi, his entire forehead was lit. The image was taken. It reminded one of Mount Kailash. Again, the previous satsang had something about Mount Kailash. And looking carefully, one side of the Kailash, it almost had like Shivji's sort of outer line of his upper face and shoulders. And then on the 28th, during the satsang that we had, I saw a white pearl mala, a beautiful one, resting on his neck. It sort of took me back to one of the satsangs where he mentioned that Lord Krishna wears a white pearl mala. And then during the course, I asked him, कि जी वो मैं माला देखी सी इतनी सुंदर तोड़े नेक थे वो मतलब कद आई, the white pearl necklace that we mentioned a little while ago. He says, पारे मेरे को तो इस तरह का कुछ है ही नहीं. So he mentioned that, but I said, जी देखी सी ऐसी मतलब it was seen on your neck. He says, पारे 2 other people saw it, but there were just 3 people who actually saw the white pearl necklace, but he didn't have one.
Rama, the one who decorates his seat for any satsang or celebration. And we have observed that when she's decorating the seat, she does it with so much devotion that she always matches the seat color to her outfit color. Something very endearing.
And on that night, the New Year celebration night, she saw beloved Guruji sitting on his seat in such a way that one of his feet was resting on the ground and the other one was on the seat itself. And when she looked at the foot resting on the ground, she found it to be a color blue. And she really wanted to have a look at this other foot, as if almost an answer to a thought. Our Guruji put his other foot down on the floor, and she found that to be the color blue. Lord Krishna's color.
Yeah. So she couldn't believe her eyes, and she took this as a huge blessing.
And that was her New Year gift from our beloved Master, Shri Tarneiv Ji. Thank you, Rama, for sharing this experience.
Thank you.
2 or 3 days elapsed, and we came to the 5th, another special trip to the Gurudwara with him. It also happened to be Gurpurab. And as part of the langar, he took one barfi from there towards the end and gave it to us. We were heading out for some work, and he says, Pare, jithe ja rahe ho na, utthe de dena. It was wrapped carefully in white tissue, put put inside the jacket pocket, and we were on our way. Upon reaching the destination, while handing it over to the person it was meant to be for, unwrapped the tissue, and it was two perfect pieces of the same barfi which was given to us. So the prashada had, so to say, doubled. Such was His grace. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our beloved Master Shri Tarneiv Ji for gracing life and blessing us with His loving saath, for protecting us, guiding us at all times. Thank you, Ji. Thank you.
Thank you. Heartfelt gratitude.